Introducing 100 Days of Code with Treehouse. What is 100 Days of Code? It's a long-standing coding challenge created by Alex Calloway, and it's simple. Commit to learning every day for 100 days. The amount that you learn in that short time frame will change your life. Whether you want to level up your skills or jumpstart a new career, commit to the challenge. You'll be shocked by how much you learn and accomplish. You'll have the full support of the Treehouse community of students working with you. We'll be sending you motivational emails, clips from our 100 Days of Code podcast, featuring advice, tips and tricks from developers, and so much more. There's never been a better time to commit to your learning. Join us.
Okay, can you hear us now? Unplugged and plugged back in, did that help?
And that is how I mime.
Okay, so I guess unplugging the mic and replugging in the mic was the magic solution. So,
let's just start from the beginning and act like that never happens in my little sick, tiny Tims who are really sick.
All right. Welcome to HTML and CSS for Kids. Apologies for the technical difficulties. I am Anwar, a designer, developer, teacher at Treehouse. Who's here with me today?
Amina, a playgrounder and student and 5th grader at Creston.
Speak up, please.
My name is Amina. I am a 5th grader, student, and playgrounder at Creston Elementary. And since the last time you saw me, I've aged. I'm now an official old person.
Official old person, that's right.
Well, I'm 10 now, so.
Yep, Amina's 10th birthday was just Friday, so happy birthday.
Yes, happy birthday to me. I'm 103.
Wow.
Happy birthday to me. I know kids grow up so fast.
We have Karen monitoring the chat, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to pop them in, and she'll pass them on to us. She passed on the note already that our sound wasn't working, so you were watching us mime for a little bit, but now we're all good.
No, you weren't miming. You were not. And I was going.
Karen has a link for you to share, github.com/AnwarMonteseer/HTML CSS for kids.
Never gets sold.
Right. If this is the first time joining us, a couple of notes here. We've got code.visualstudio.com. This is the code editor we're going to be using. That's a free download, so you can go ahead.
Don't forget that they are on Instagram.
I don't know that the stream's on Instagram, though.
Yeah, well, you can see Treehouse's Instagram page on Instagram.
True, but let's get back to our topic. So code.visualstudio.com, free code editor. It's great. That's what we're going to be using today. You can see from our notes here, it's been about 2.5 months, so we're going to have to do a little bit of review here. You can also download some of our files that we've been working on.
Wait, but can they work on it?
Yeah, they can download it to their own computer and then begin working there.
Remember, we are, like last time, just to remind you, we are working on Marie Snail Toinette. She was a queen during the French Revolution.
Yep, that's one of the things we had Amina do as homework today. You gathered some research on...
I did not do that today. I did that like 3 million years ago.
Well, you did it 2 weeks ago, but that's when we had the technical difficulties. So either way, we have some information about Marie Antoinette.
Can they see the mouse?
What do you mean?
Can they see the mouse, like if I hover over them?
I don't know.
And that's Marie Antoinette's signature.
Yep. And we have some files ready to go. We gathered the images Amina gathered as part of her research.
Are we going to read the information?
We are going to include the information in our HTML page today.
Wow. Oh, also, the black cat you saw on the screen was our kitty that sadly died in March.
Yeah.
But also, guys, black cats are good luck, and Halloween is coming up.
Very true. Black cats are awesome. So we have your HTML page we started last time. Our page is divided into a head and the body. Do you remember what the difference is between them?
The head is less interesting. The body has the dress, well, not the makeup, but it has like the dress.
It's Marie Antoinette. She might be wearing makeup.
The toenails.
The
ogre definition. Because if you want to tell an ogre apart from a human, you gotta look at their toes.
Really?
Or their face, or their skin.
Oh, wait, wasn't that the witches, Roald Dahl? You looked at their toenails, right?
No.
Something like that.
It's like you look into their eyes or something.
All right. Which part shows up in the browser? This is what you built so far. Is that the head or the body?
The body.
The body, right?
I said body.
Or the body. So our page has a title introducing the one and only Marie Antoinette.
The one and only Marie Antoinette, a queen in the French Revolution who died from a guillotine.
That is right.
Let's say I know a lot about her.
So your page title appears up across the top. We have our body, and we built a navigation so far, and that's what's showing up right here. We used an unordered list to create that, and that's just showing as bullets right now.
bullet points.
Mm-hmm.
He actually didn't like take a gun and just shoot it into the computer. So that would have been really interesting to watch.
That would have been mighty weird. All right, so now we're ready to add some of your new content underneath the navigation. And with our HTML, do you remember what HTML stands for?
Hypertext, Malerka, Libelka.
Merlurka Libica. Hypertext means our ability to make links to other pages. So when we have some other pages, we'll do that.
So it could be like how the one in Karen. Okay, there's more than one Karen on. That's okay. But shopping in the chat, that's an example of a link.
True. And then markup language, we are about to mark up our content so our browser understands how to display it and work with it. So let's get started, and we're going to go back to your research. So the first thing we need to do is give our page some sort of heading. Like, what do we want to tell people that this page is all about when they visit the page?
The bio of the one and only Marie Antoinette.
That is a perfect name.
And then, wait, what about subtitle?
We can do a subtitle if you want, but let's start with our most important heading. So we're going to make an HTML tag called H1, and that's for our most important heading. So can you go ahead, type a square banana?
Square banana, one
That's,
square banana, two square banana.
What we're calling our angle brackets. Perfect.
Don't call them angle brackets.
Okay. And then in between, we are going to type H1 because that's what's going to give us our,
J1 here.
most important heading.
Would it matter if I put it capitalized or not?
That's a really good question, and I don't think we've covered that one. Developers traditionally use lowercase, but if you typed it with an uppercase H, it would actually work exactly the same.
I want to try that. For an experimente.
Sure, right? Scientific method, see what happens. Okay.
No, stop. I want to go like that.
Okay. Now, what do you want your heading to say? What's this page all about? Make our text a little bigger. There we go.
Can you type for me what I say?
Okay. What are we typing?
The one and only Marie Antoinette. Actually, the bio of.
Can you say it a little louder? The bio of.
Of the one and only Marie Antoinette.
Okay. Now, our tag is missing something. Remember, most HTML tags have an opening tag, which is just the regular tag in the square bananas. And then we have a closing tag with a slash. But do we have that here?
No, sir.
Okay, so let's go ahead and type one.
Which means it's wrong. It means we failed. But not today.
I don't think it's a fail. I think it just means we haven't typed it yet. So go ahead.
I was going to say not today. Taco may.
Maybe, but why don't you go ahead and type it?
Which, is it a slash?
Oh, type a square banana. That's a good question. And then a forward slash. Cool. Now, it gave us an extra character. So, that's a really good question. Visual Studio Code, the editor we're using, is going to try to auto-complete our tags. So let's delete that extra character that it typed. Can you hit delete? I'm going to show you something. So if you type the tag like this, open square banana, H1, close square banana, Visual Studio Code goes, oh, that looks like an HTML tag, and it provides the closing automatically. What happened was you typed open square banana, closed square banana, and then went back and filled out the inside. That's fine, but Visual Studio Code wasn't sure how to close that one automatically.
Yeah, well, I just like doing it like that. Mr. Visual Studio Codes, so my can stop being like,
Okay, can you save the page?
Command S.
Command S, great. And
if you are on a non-Apple computer, it is Control S.
Control S if you're on a PC, that's true. And go ahead and open it up in the browser. Oops, not in Spotify. We haven't recorded any music just today. And can you refresh?
Well, maybe we could if it was like, hey, hey.
Oh,
Boom, boom.
there we go. There's our heading, and that looks nice and big and bold.
Whoa, wait. How do I get it into the middle of the page? Because right now it's on the side page.
So don't forget, our HTML is for content. Where do we control what our page looks like?
The CSS.
Right, the CSS.
The kit.
We're not quite ready to do our CSS today. We have a CSS document that will control what our page looks like. It has the lovely name of jerry.css, and that'll be all ready to go. I think by the next live stream, we'll be able to work on the design a little bit. But for today, we're just putting in content. So it's just plain old black and white, the default typeface.
Does it matter if the H in the H1 is capital?
I think Amina knows the answer to that one now.
Well, whoever did this, let's start off with, yeah, sure, whatever, doesn't care. You can do whatever you want, Jerry.
That's true. Again, developers usually type with lowercase letters for tags.
Yeah, but it's not like it's not going to kill it and it's not going to give it this whole virus where it's like, Jerry, 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 Jerry.
Yeah, that's true as well. But yeah, Amina wanted to try out what happens with capital letters, and it works. I noticed that you typed capital letters for your opening tag, and you also typed capitals for your closing tag. And that was a good choice. They match. Yes.
What if you don't match them, like you do capital for your opening tag and for your closing tag, you do a lowercase?
You can.
Class.
Well, that's a good question. I think that would be not very good programming because it'd be inconsistent, but the browser is probably okay with that.
I just want to see because I feel like...
Yep. It looks like the browser still understands it.
I just feel like part of doing STEAM or STEM, you gotta experiment.
Well, we have an international audience out there. They might not all know STEAM or STEM. What's STEAM?
Science, technology.
I think engineering is the
Engineering, math, where STEAM is science, technology. Engineering, art, math.
Okay, very good. Okay, so you are learning. I'm going to make them match again because I think that's probably a better practice.
Cool beans, man!
Excellent. Now, good work so far. What should come next after the heading? Do you want a picture next? Do you want the quote by her next? What should go next?
I think, well, actually, wait, I need to fix something. You know, you can always go back. That's
true.
And edit it. I'm saying that, can you type for me?
What am I typing?
FYI, comma. No, Marie Antoinette did not type this. The beautiful Amina did.
Well, I don't know if that goes in the heading.
What are you guys working on?
We have two surprise visitors to our live stream. Hello, Tara and Ellen. So, there you go. That's two more family members. There's Melon.
This is Roscoe's little mischief maker friend.
Yeah, there's our kitten.
His name is Merlin.
We tried bringing him into another live stream, but he was too naughty. We'll see how he does this time. Okay, so we'll add your information a little lower on the page. What should go next about Marie Antoinette? Do we want the picture, or do we want the quote, or do we want the signature? It's your choice. It's your Marie Antoinette page.
Why can't I scroll down on this dock?
Because it's only this one page.
Wait, I thought I had...
Well, let's pick one. So we have pictures, we have text, we have a signature. What would you like to go next? We have a quote from her. It's a pretty low pressure question. As you already said, we can always go back and fix it later. Let's do the picture of her. The signature. Okay. Perfect.
Jerry.
All right. So what we need is an HTML tag for an image. Do you remember what that looks like?
Jerry. Wait.
Oops.
Oopsie. Imga.
Imga. Very good.
Imga.
Yeah, well, that's a good way to remember it. That's short for image. Okay.
Well,
now,
it needs like a U or an A if it was Imga. Right now it's just Img, but it sounds better as Imga.
Imga has two attributes, and attributes give our HTML tag of image, Imga, more information because right now we haven't told it, well, what picture is it supposed to be?
So, like, we don't, so it's like if it's a human named Imga, you know, you have to tell them, computer, well, she has like this skin tone, she wears this type of clothing, her hair is this long, she's this tall.
Well, that's a good way to look at it, right?
hot.
Attributes could be considered, personality traits or characteristics. That's a good question.
Like for me, one of my attributes is loud.
No.
And modest.
Yeah, and modest. Don't forget that one. Do you remember what our attribute is that will tell our Imga tag where the file is found?
A link?
Close. This one's going to be called source, but we're going to type for short.
Source Imga.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, can I guess? Let me guess.
What's that?
Can I guess what it is?
Sure.
CRC.
So close.
Wait, SRC.
Perfect. Nice work. So go ahead and type that.
Booyah!
Booyah. And then an equal sign.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Celebratory dance, then an equal sign.
What if you did an exclamation point?
Then the browser would not understand what you were talking about. Oops. We lost the C somehow.
That was so mean!
Okay.
Command Z.
Oops.
Command Z.
We need the C, and we need an equal sign, and we need some quotes.
These are quotes.
Mm-hmm. That's so true. Okay. Oh, that was something we needed because Visual Studio Code was going to tell us how to find this file. It's in a folder called images, so maybe start typing that. Okay, there we go. Can you click on images right there? And we want Marie Antoinette's signature.
Sicky.
Perfect. Now, we have one more very important attribute, which is screen readers. Do you remember we've talked about what a screen reader is?
Yes, if you are blind, you use it. So the computer tells you, like, if you're in a Zoom meeting and you're the host, it's like, Jerry 1 raised its hand, and Jerry 2 typed in the chat, boo!
Oh, that was really mean of Jerry, too. All right, so since, and that's a really good explanation, right? A screen reader reads the content aloud to someone who's blind. Since they can't see that this is Marie Antoinette's signature, we need to tell them that that's what this is.
Like this. Hey, yo, Marie Antoinette's signature check.
Exactly. So can you type alt? Because that's the attribute. This is called an alternate description. ALT equals?
Okay, yes, you can see I watch TikTok.
True. Equal sign. And some more quotes. This will be set up just like our last attribute.
Wait, what? That doesn't make sense.
What part does
Why do it when I type a closing tag? It doesn't just go like beep. But when I type one of those thingies, it's just like bachowie.
Although I liked the sound effects, I'm not sure I understand the question.
So if you look, so when I typed one, here I'll show. When I typed one quotation mark, it automatically came.
All right, good. Now I understand the question.
But when I go do this, it just goes me.
So for this part, it's typing another quote because if you forget that second quote, you're going to get an error. So you need to have a full set of quotes that match each other. Why doesn't it type the closing quotes here? The closing square banana. I guess that's just how Visual Studio Code works. Like it's waiting for you to type the name of your tag.
Question. When I go like this, why is one?
Oh.
Wait, if there's like a space in between, why does it go like red, white, red, white, red, white? What's the white and what's the red? I know red's error, but what's white mean?
I'm not really sure because doing a tag inside of an alt description, which is what you were doing now, is kind of a problem, so I think it was getting confused.
Here, like that. See, it goes red, white,
white. Well, it's probably waiting for you to type your tag. Like, this is not a tag versus this is a tag.
No, P does... P for pineapple.
Well, for pineapple, but also for paragraph. Without anything in the middle, it's an error because that's not really a tag. Okay? Can you go ahead and describe your image? How would you describe this to someone who can't see it? It's
Marie, Antoinette.
Oops, I'm going to go up to View and turn on Word Wrap so we can see the rest. Marie Antoinette's signature?
Signature.
Wait,
excuse me. Why didn't we have to tell that? And why don't we have to go alt again? But like that, we had to go Marie Antoinette's signature, but up on that line, we'll just go.
That's a really great question. Can you save your page and open it in a browser?
Command S.
Okay, and reload the page.
Wait, would Command R do that?
Yep.
Whoa,
Good call.
we learn new things every day.
That's right. So
you honestly just used the first word.
Okay, so your question was, why do we have to provide alt text for images and not for all this stuff up here? This stuff is already text, so the screen reader has a pretty easy time, as long as your HTML tags are good, understanding that, this says words. It says home bio, it says gallery, and this is a heading, which is also text, so it'll just read out the bio of the one and only. But this...
I have a question.
Yes.
So, why is it like when there's no Wi-Fi... when there's no Wi-Fi, it gives that same little white, gray earth, but we also have that. Does that mean we have no Wi-Fi? Where is that?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good observation.
Like,
so
why doesn't there's no Wi-Fi, why doesn't it have like a Wi-Fi symbol with a slash?
Okay. So you're asking about, so in the upper left-hand corner here, we can actually replace this with a favicon. That's a small icon, kind of like how Google Docs puts this little blue and white symbol in the upper left-hand corner. You can, yeah, so next week maybe, or next live stream, whenever that is, you can make a little image to put here. We are just running this file locally off of our desktop right now. We haven't actually shared the file on the internet, so other people can't visit your web page yet. I can show you how to do that, but that'll be another time. Okay? Really excellent questions. Let's add one more bit of text. How about the quote from her? Okay.
Let me write it. Some people don't know how to read that writing. Or some people don't even know how to read. So
Go for it. You are correct.
Courage. I have shown it for years. Think you I shall lose it at the moment when my sufferings are doing.
Very good. Can you copy that text?
Also, will you read it again, but in more English?
I will if you copied the text. Command C.
I know shortcuts, Dad. I'm not a chariot.
A chariot?
I'm not calling myself an idiot, so I'm gonna call myself a chariot.
Don't call anyone an idiot. All right. So, oops.
No, I can call some people an idiot.
Very good job pasting it in, but before you do that...
I can call them. If it's a squirrel in front of my dog, I can call the squirrel an idiot.
Well, that's fair. All right, so before you paste the text in, because that was very good, we need an HTML element to tell the browser what to do with it. Now, often we use P for paragraph, but since this is a special sort of paragraph where we're quoting her the whole time.
Are we going to do QP?
Can you go...
There, I'm just going to center that.
Oh, well, there you go. All right, now Karen has our quote.
Can
you click back on line 20 in our text?
Yeah, I was just doing
Make a new square banana.
So I wouldn't say 3 next to Karen, since my dad uses Slacko.
I do use Slacko. Can you type a square banana?
That almost sounds like Psycho.
Oh, yeah. Good point. Oops. Okay. And what we want is going to be called block quote, because we're quoting her for the whole paragraph. So can you type...
So is it like are we like taking a block of ice and jamming the word quote into it?
Well,
or maybe carving the word quote into it?
We could. That would be, maybe in the winter we'll do some ice carving live streams. All right. Type a B for block quote. Okay. And there it is. Oops. Perfect. And type your closed square banana.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If you're not using Visual Studio Code, like if you're using like other ones, will it also give the same shortcuts?
Yes. Some of them might do the tag completion and stuff a little differently, but the keyboard shortcuts should be the same. All right, and go ahead and paste.
Why didn't I just do that?
Well, see, that time you typed the open square banana, then block quote, then the closed square banana, and doing it that way as opposed to doing, this. When you do it that order, open square banana, the text, the closed square banana, now Visual Studio Code knew, oh, that tag needs a closing tag. Image is actually a special tag in that it doesn't need a quote closing tag. You'll see that there's no /img. Go ahead and paste in your text.
Hey!
Okay, hey, my glasses. Can you paste in the text?
Okay.
You did it before. You know the key command. Oh, don't worry about Slack.
Well, you said paste in the text.
No, not in the Slack, you weirdo. In our webpage, our audience...
People, questions.
Our audience can't see Slack. Okay, can you go ahead and paste it into our document?
Now they can see Slack.
No, they still can't. Can you go ahead and paste it right there?
Command
Okay, perfect. Save your page. Open it.
I feel like Visual Studio Code should really sponsor us. Like, oh yeah.
Well, why don't you make an appeal to them?
Sure.
All right, we'll get their phone number after, and you can call them up.
Hello!
There you go. Oh, Adobe XD, that's a design program. We need...
What's it?
Okay, can you refresh?
Why couldn't we use that?
That'd be a different lesson. Cool. There's your quote. Courage.
Siri pop.
Oh. Well, we don't need Siri right now.
Goodbye, Siri.
All right, courage. You have shown it for years.
Daddy?
Yes.
What? Oh, why do I... Why does it... What's a spotlight search? Because if you click command space, that pops up.
Well, that's to search for stuff on our computer, but we don't really need to do that right now. Okay, what a beautiful web page. It's gonna get more beautiful. It's beautiful like you. It's gonna get even more beautiful once we get into our CSS. I think that's a good amount of work for today. Look at that. You got a heading, an image, a quote. Any parting words for our audience and for Karen?
I just realized something epic.
What's the epic thing?
I can do that thing all YouTubers do, where I can put my hand to the screen, awesome. Wait, help me, put your palm up there. Wait, it needs to just only see my palm.